Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome once again to the Enhanced Sports Talk Show. It's Saturday, just at 4 o'clock. My name is Lou Tenor, and I'll be taking you through the remainder of your Saturday afternoon before Rizal Monkey takes over his fine show. Don't forget Kevin Dixon, Monday nights from 7 to 9. I believe Patrick Hodge is coming back with his show. I believe it's 7 to 8 tomorrow night. So hopefully I'll get more information on that by next week and see if it's legit. All right, so the number is 512-543-4662. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube. Go to YouTube and type in theenhancedsportsshow.com. And don't forget to like and share this page as well. All right, we got a lot to talk about today, so I'm going to bring in the crew right now. All right, Steve Davidson, are you there? Now I can hear you better. Okay, now I know what to do here. All right. Steve Head. Okay, now I get it. I never should put my earpiece in the other thing. Okay. Diane. Okay, now I get it. All right. I normally we don't do college basketball now, but come on, it's that time of year. Conference championships are being placed. Some have already got theirs in. There's about 7 today and about 4 tomorrow. So forgive me if I'm going to be seeing a little bit more basketball oriented this afternoon. But hey, it's that time of year, and next to Christmas, it is my favorite time of year. What can I say? Oh, by the way, Diane, is Mike coming along? Okay, he's more baseball. But so I want to get started with the men's basketball competition right now. We're in the semifinals, and most of the games being played right now. Memphis is playing Tulane. Memphis is up 39-32. This is the AAC Conference Championship final. I've got to look for the other one first before I do anything else. I'm trying to do it by conference wise, guys. Mike, thanks. Yeah, but these are American Athletic Conference, Doc. Yeah, maybe I should explain that. What the conferences are for those of you who are unfamiliar with college basketball. Me, I've been following since I was 7, so I think I might know a little bit more. Oh boy. Okay. Last night. Yeah. Okay. Just a second here. Over in the SEC, that's a Southeastern Conference tournament. Bama is leading Florida. No, Bama and Florida are tied right now, 17 piece, but the game was just starting. Over in the Big Ten, Maryland is leading Michigan. I think it's going to be a close race here. These two teams can play each other tough. They know each other pretty well. So I'm expecting this to be, right down to the wire. Later on tonight, we got the Big 12 championship, Arizona and Houston. All right, I'm going to start with that first since the game hasn't been played yet. This is because they're championship finals. So, Steve Davidson, who do you like in the Houston Arizona game tonight? That game was at 6 o'clock. So in other words, Houston, we don't have a problem. I had, I had, I had to do it. Steve Kent. Yes, yes, they do have a. Right. Probably right. Yes. How about you, Diane? If you had to take a guess, you said Houston. All right. The game I'm looking forward to later on, Big East final. Since I'm a Big East fan, St. John's versus I hate Creighton. No offense, but and St. John's had to come back. St. John's was down considerably in the first half. They were down by as many as 15 points. And they came back to win. So it was like a tale of two halves in the same game. Was St. John's? No, they did not play Creighton, but it was that kind of a game. So, Steve Davidson, who do you got here? St. John's or Creighton? Thank you. 40 years, Steve. 40. 40. Yeah. No, Steve, the last time when they were this good was 1985. I was a junior. I was graduating my junior high that year. Yuck. Well, I have to go back to my era. Yeah. Sad, isn't it, folks? All right, Steve Kent. Ugh. Yeah. Yes. Either would I. Yeah, if they, I mean, they won't do any worse than a 2 seed when the scenes are out tomorrow. I mean, if they win though, if they win tonight, yeah, I would say they're a number 1 seed in the tournament. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Yes, yes, right. Uh, Diane, thank you. St. John's it is. Go Red Storm. Back then when this good, they were called the Red Men. But some issues where that was had to change their name. Okay. but we're not going to dive into that. All right, moving along. Another customer. Uh, Mike, I was just talking about you. Okay, all right. We're discussing college basketball right now, so I want to take your choices here. Who do you have between Arizona and Houston coming up? Creighton or St. John's? Good man, good man. And finally, well, for as far as the games that have been played yet goes, Louisville versus Duke. Now, remember though, although Duke is number one, they are playing it with a disadvantage because Cooper Flag went down with a leg injury on Thursday and had to be taken out in a wheelchair. So this does concern me a little bit about Duke tonight. Well, first, you're gonna take Duke despite it. Okay, well, let me finish the comment first. So he was taken off the court in a wheelchair with an ankle sprain, and well, just a sprain, so it doesn't look to be devastating. But he's not gonna play tonight. I know he's gonna play tonight, and I don't know how he's gonna hold up. Once the tournament starts on Thursday or Friday, whenever they play. So this is concerning because they are number one seed, and it only takes one injury to really mess it up here. So I'm a bit concerned here. All right, Steve Davidson, who do you got? Louisville or Duke? Yeah, I'll dive into more of the story about that in a few minutes. Steve Kent. Yeah. If you'll excuse me for a minute, I must make a quote here. Uh, if they don't win, I refer to the line in the Jethro Tull song of Aqualung. It'll be feeling like a dead duck. Oh boy. Okay. You can. Those of you of a certain age might know what I mean. Others, never mind. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Duke, but this is not gonna be so easy. I mean, this is a disadvantage, and I think they have another player that's out as well. If you'll just give me a second here. Thank you. So they'll be without Duke. Oh yeah, forward Malik Brown was also a shoulder injury, but even though even though the press said that with the other two stars, Duke should be able to get the win and advance to the finals, which they are in the finals. So this is more like a double whammy right here. Brown and Flag, but that and Flag is supposed to be the top pick in the June draft. Personally, I think he should stay where he is in Duke. Actually, I think he should stay at least 1 more year. That's just a rumor, though. Yeah, no, that's what's killing college basketball to begin with. Everybody wants, oh well, if I don't sign now, I'll never get another shot, playing for the big time. And there goes my contract and everything. Look, I mean, look, everybody wants shot glory, but considering what you just happened here, I think it'd be wise you to stay in school for that and wait for at least 1 more year before you decide to, make a rush to glory. Because that's gonna kill you more than help you. We see it too many times where they yes. Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. but you can't always rush it, you know, because what if you do go out and if you get hurt and then what do you got? Nothing. One injury can really mess you up. It's best to stay in school and get as much as you can. I mean, look, Caitlin Clark stayed all 4 years. When she was in Indiana. I know Pistol P only played 3 years, but still, you Michael Jordan stayed all 4 years, right? Yeah, he won the World Cup tournament or the Olympics. Yeah, right. Yeah, yes, I know. Yeah, crash and burn. I call it crash and burn. It's exactly what it is. You know, yeah, because you never know how it's going to turn. One injury sometimes is all it might take to really mess up your career. So I'm hoping he stays in school for at least another year. All right, so we got that done. I got some more files. Yeah, I got some more files that are coming in, sort of. Yeah. Wait, do we have somebody coming in here? Hmm, okay, just a bad echo. All right, so moving on. Michigan State, I'm sorry, Wisconsin beat Michigan State 77-74. So they're moving on to the final tomorrow. And the other Big Ten final, which is going on as we speak, easy. What's that thing? Oh, yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Yeah, exactly. All right, so now if I may move on. Oh boy. All right, so as we go on here now. All right, so as I said before, Wisconsin beat Michigan State 77-74. In the other Big Ten game, which is going on right now, we have Michigan over. Actually, it's tied Michigan and Maryland. So, Steve Davidson, I assume you're going to take Maryland, right? Right. All right, Steve Kent. All right, Mike and Diane. Diane. All right. So, who do you think will win between Wisconsin? Well, well, we can't really say who's going to be, but I would take probably Michigan over Wisconsin. Michigan over Wisconsin. Anyone else have any thoughts? Well, yeah, but assuming at the end of the game, because I'm thinking for tomorrow, you know, because Michigan State. Yes, sorry to jump a little ahead here, folks, but yeah, sorry for making an assumption, but you get the idea. All right. Anyone else? All right, nothing. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Where do you think? Right, because they were making an assumption like the last four in and the first four out. North Carolina seems to be in trouble. I mean, they lost last night to Duke in the Fury, which which was a great game, nonetheless. But with North Carolina losing, they're picked to be the first four not to get in. So where does North Carolina fit into this picture? Yes, yeah. You mean when Charles Ford, Van Allen, Lupin missed the game-winning three throw? Is that what you mean? And he also, yeah, yes, yeah, right. Because Duke center, Mal Malkovich fouled out and gave the Tar Heels a chance to win, but Lubin missed his first free throw, and then he caught a lane violation, and that's what cost him the game. So where is North Carolina ranked? I mean, where does North Carolina fit in? Do you think they're going to make it, or they're not going to get in? Yeah, I know, but North Carolina is really in the bubble now. Yeah, yeah. All right, Steve Kent, North Carolina, in or out? All right. No, no. Yeah, yeah. All right. Yes. Mike, North Carolina, in or out? Did your voice change, Mike? All right. So Diane says no. What about you, Mike? Are they gonna in or out? You guys say in, all right. Now, what about UConn? I mean, UConn's had a very strange season. I mean, they started off hot. They were the number two ranked, but then they went downhill, lost three in a row, then tried to come back up, and they did make the top 10 again, but they've been so inconsistent. And last night's loss, I think, was another example leading to it. So, yeah, I'm gonna say North Carolina is in. Uh, I'm gonna say that UConn is out. Really, UConn in? I mean, I know they're two-time defending champions, but they haven't played like champions this year that much. So I a bit concerning. All right, all right. Steve Kent. Mike. Mm, okay. Yes. Ma Okay. Alright. Diane, I like your reasoning, guys, but I still think with the season they've had, which I think they expected better, I'm gonna say out, and they're gonna go to the NIT. Well, we'll find out tomorrow, won't we, guys? Uh, okay, now the majority of games are have to be yet to be determined for tomorrow. So I'm gonna do this one matchup for tomorrow. This is in the Ivy League. Yale versus Cornell. Princeton is out, of course. All right, who's taking Yale besides me? Anybody else? By the way, I had a cousin went to Yale, so I do have a little personal bias to it, but that's not why I'm taking them. You guys get the idea. Yes, and tomorrow all the guests will be taken out. By the way, what's everybody thinking that other new tournaments coming in this year? The I think it's called the Crown Basketball Tournament, the Basketball Crown Tournament. You know, it's just another excuse to get teams another chance to play for something. The NIT is of course the king of the not invited tournament people. So what do you make of this other new tournament's going to start in late March? Yeah, they announced it last week called the Crown Basketball Tournament. Now we don't know who's in yet, but we yeah, I don't know. I think it's a shrewd idea. You know, it's not really the best of the best playing, so yeah, but it could be entertaining. Yeah, exactly. Yes, you could say that. Yeah, right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Somewhat. Yeah. Exactly. All right. So we'll go on to other sports. We'll go on to other sports now. By the way, if anybody is following the Players Championship, I have a little bit of update on that. That's what I call the sixth major in golf. Oh boy, I'll get to that in a little while because it's being constantly updated. So right now, I want to go to the um, go to the NHL. Or yeah. By the way, they fired the Villanova coach Kyle Neptune last night. Yeah, his firing comes one day after losing the quarterfinal round to UConn, which was on Thursday. Mike Nardi will serve as interim coach until a replacement is named, but being the season's over, that's going to be very short. Neptune took over Jay Wright in April 2022, which I remember very well, after spending one season at Fordham and was Wright's assistant for 8 years as well. By the way, Neptune is an Earthling by birth. Oh boy, yes, Neptune is an Earthling. Alan, good to see you. So we were just discussing the college basketball tournaments. What's going on? Um, anything surprised you so far? Or hmm, I'm having trouble hearing you, Jimmy. Is that you, Jimmy? Oh wait, or is that Mike? I need a roll call. All right, Diane, Steve Davidson, Steve Kent, Alan. Okay, and Passaic, New Jersey. Is Jimmy? Is that you? It's somebody. All right. I guess, okay, okay. There you go, Mike. Thanks. All right. So yeah, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Everything will be wrapped up tomorrow night, though. Okay, so right now we'll go to some hockey news. At that, by the way, yes, Villanova was not disappointed this year in in the season. They're not living up to where they should be, which disappoints me. All right, the Golden Knights signed goaltender Aiden Hill to a 6-year, $37.5 million deal yesterday. That averages about 6.2 million per season. This season, Hill not bad, 24, 11, and 4, which is doing a lot better than the Devils game right now. Had a 2.53 goals against average and a save percentage of 9.6 with 4 shutouts. He would have been an unrestricted free agent at the end of the season. Up Devils are up now. Devils now trailing by 1. And he got a raise from his previous 2-year deal that paid him almost 5 million, 4.9 million and change to be exact. 3-2. Hill is now in his third season with the Knights and had a Stanley Cup ring with them from 2023. He's played 101 regular season games and it was a third round pick in 2015 with the Phoenix Coyotes. Now we call them Utah or whatever they call them, and has a career record of 88, 62, and 12 with a 2.64 goals against average and 9.09 save percentage with 11 shutouts in 175 games, 162 starts for the Sharks, Coyotes, and Knights. Yeah. But Diana and Mike, I'm a little bit concerned about the Devils right now because they're becoming more like a mass unit, to be honest with you. Uh, you know, 'cause yeah, but Mike, you got to remember with injuries too. I mean, especially your star players here. I mean, how far can you really take them? You know, with them being injured, and it looks like they're going to be out for the season. So, aren't you guys a little bit concerned? Because also now to add to that, without Jack, we got another problem. Because defenseman Dougie Hamilton, he's out for the year. Mhm. He suffered a lower body injury, not just recently. When Preston Hamilton could return for the season, for the second round of the postseason, Fitzgerald said, "I don't think so. And we're not playing on that." And that's what's said by the Crackling Knuckleheads podcast. That was said. What a name for a podcast. Yeah, whatever. I can't even say it. Oh boy. So Hamilton was been silent since March 4th after getting tangled up with Stars forward Mason Marchment in the first period. So that was a sign right there that he was in trouble. Hamilton was played 834 games, has 151 goals and 350 assists for the Devils, Flames, Hurricanes, and the Bruins. Bruins, okay. Well, one time or another they played. Yeah, go ahead. Please do. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Trash. Yeah. Yes. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, but the way it looks right now, Steve, I don't know if the Boston's gonna make it. No. Forget. Yeah. Mhm. No. Yeah. Alex, I know who it is. Alex, what do you think? Do you think Devils will make the playoffs? But the Devils. Bruins are pretty much gone. So you think Devils make it with their injuries? Yeah. Mhm. No. Yeah. They're losing now. No, no, you're right because it's they're kind of like on the border right now. Mhm. Yes. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think the Devils. If they do make the playoffs, I don't think they're gonna get past the first round. So you're probably right. So anyway, Flames. Now moving on. Flames forward. Mikel back long is week to week with an upper body injury. It came yesterday. He's played all 64 games. Has 11 goals and 13 assists. He was injured in the first period once he lost to the Canucks. He delivered to hit the Canucks forward, Victor Mancini, and looked to be in discomfort and did not return to the game, obviously. Uh, Backlund has 211 goals and 44 assists in 1,054 games since making his debut with the Flames way back when in 2009. So you can tell he's been around quite a while, folks. 2009. And it's 2025 now. Wow. Yeah, And Sergey keeps getting better as he made it as he had another milestone as went to another victory. Bobrovsky stopped 23 shots as the Panthers held on to a 3-2 victory. Um, this was the 41st win of the Panthers and held on to a 4-point lead in the Atlantic Division by Panthers. And this was his 424th victory of his career. With that win, Bobrovsky is now 10th on the all-time list and passes Tony Esposito. Now, when you pass Esposito, that says something. You know how legendary he was. And his brother, Phil was also a great hockey player for the Chicago Blackhawks. So now, Bobo now trails Jacques Plante by 13 wins for ninth place of Montreal, another legend. Boy, you're really climbing up now when you're passing these guys. Let me tell you. So looking over this list, it's basically all Hall of Famers ahead of him. The only non-Hall of Famer close to Bobrovsky that are the active goaltenders of Andre Fleury and Jonathan Quick, who was 7 and 15. Joseph is 30 wins ahead of Bobrovsky. And Belfour, who holds down fifth, is 60 ahead of Sergey, and he still has 7 years to go in his contract. But he's moving. He's moving quickly, guys, and I think he might be able to pass maybe Jacques Plante as well, and maybe get past Florian Quick. Maybe keeps it up this year, and maybe keeps it up for the next couple of years. So, and of course, Bobrovsky, won against last year against Edmonton against Connor McDavid. So he's still got some still left there. I wouldn't be surprised maybe if he hits. I'm gonna say 450. I don't know about 500, but I think he's gonna make about 450 wins if he keeps this up. Any thoughts? No other thoughts? Okay. And for troublemakers out there, uh, Calgary Flames board Connor Zanny faced a hearing with the league's Department of Safety on Thursday. That came one day after his hit on Canucks defenseman Elias Peterson. Peterson leveled Nazim Cardy with open ice hit. Zanny took up his teammate. Zanny then unleashed a cross check to the head of Peterson, who did not have possession of the puck. Interesting. Peterson did log in one more shift, but not return to the game after that. And the Canucks won 4-3 in a shootout. Hmm. Trying to get away with murder, and you just can't do it. Yeah. No, he did not pass Patrick Waugh. Yeah. Yes, with Panthers. By the way, the Devils got that goal called back for whatever reason, but it's now 3-1. Sorry. um, Insect. Yeah, in the games. Yeah, right. Yeah. All right. So yeah, exactly. Very, very indeed. Right. Yeah, you never because they do fight in hockey. So of course, but there are some instances where go over the line, go over the line. That's what happened here. Yeah. Yeah, okay, right. Speaking of tough, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, speaking of tough, but the Wizards just gets worse as guard uh, Bible Kopolimo missed 4 to 6 weeks with a right hamstring that he sustained in the first quarter of Monday night's loss to the Raptors. Steve, I hate to break it to you, but they're just getting worse. His injury will be updated when needed, said the Wizards. He's averaging 12.3 points per game with 5 point rebounds and 3.4 assists in 59 games. Drafted by the Pacers in 2023 before being traded to the Wizards. The French native has 10.3 points and 4.5 rebounds and 2.5 assists in 122 games. Doesn't look good for your Wizards this year, Steve. I mean, I'm sorry to break it to you, but they're just getting worse. Yeah, they're not going anywhere. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not this year. Yeah, well, yeah, yes, yes, yeah, yes, right. Yes. Oh, yeah, yes, yes, they are. There's only one Greek freak. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Steve, you're yeah. No, you can't. Right. Okay. All right. I gotta move on. Okay, I gotta move on, guys. All right, Steve, your WWE report, if you have any. All right. Yeah, sure. All right. Diane, trivia. All right. I'll say 62. 1903. Okay. 1904, rather. Okay. Pacquiao? Marvelous Marvin. Marvelous Marvin. Pac-Man. Okay, Pac-Man. Patrick. Sonny Liston, I think. Sonny Liston, yeah. Yeah. I remember listening to Meet Patterson. Oh. Okay. Just never mind. For those of you who follow the song, we didn't start the fire. I was trying to refer to. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank goodness. All right. Turning on to football now. The Kansas City Chiefs are signing quarterback Bailey Zappi to a 1-year deal, according to multiple reports. Finance terms were not disclosed. What else is new? Thursday, the Chiefs signed Gardner Minshew Jr. Gardner Minshew the second. Can't say Jr. Who was recently released by the Raiders. Now Zapier Minshew will battle for the number 2 spot behind who else? Patrick Mahomes, a role filled once by Carson Wentz. Wentz is still a free agent. Zappi spent the first part of last season on the practice squad before being claimed by the Browns on October 2nd. He started one game with the Browns, lost to the Ravens on January 4th, the last game of the season. He was 16 for 31 passing on 170, I think for 170 yards And touchdowns with 2 interceptions, though. So bad news on that one. He previously played for them, appearing in 14 games with 8 starts. He went 4 for 4, completing 64.2% of his passes, 2,053 yards, and with 11 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. So, is this a good move, guys? All right. Any explanation? Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I only percent myself. Yeah. Yes. Hmm. Yes. Pretty much. Pretty much nothing. Yeah. Right. More than I can count. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Hmm. Exactly. Yeah. No. All right. Okay. By the way, it's the start of the league year, so a lot of these new things are coming in, of course. Mason Rudolph is heading back to Pittsburgh. The team drafted him in 2018 on a 2-year deal, according to multiple reports Thursday. I like that move. That may be just what they need here. So Rudy spent last season with the Titans. He appeared in 8 games and started in 5, but was a miserable 1-4 as a starter, and was to finish with the tie for the league's worst record at 3-14. Yeah. He completed 64% of passes for 15 or 30 yards with 9 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. So this might be a good move for the Steelers. I think that's going to help them get back to what they were because last year he was awful, and so were the Steelers. Yeah, yeah, I know. Right. Yes. Hello, Roger. Yes, true. Yeah, I noticed that too. Yes. So he spent most of his career as a backup with the Steelers and was drafted in the third round. In 28 games, 18 starts, Rudolph was 9-1 with 437 passes for 4,615 yards with 28 touchdowns and 20 interceptions. He got work down those interceptions though. In 2023, he was a fill-in for the Steelers. went 3-0 with the Steelers and went to the wild card, but lost to the Bills. The Steelers were quarterback last season by Justin Fields, who's now with the Jets. I don't know how that's going to work out, but we'll see. And Russell Wilson, who was both visiting the Browns and the Giants. Could Wilson be a good fit with the Browns and the Giants, though? Could that be possible? Let me ask Roger. Do you think that Wilson would be a good fit for one of them? Do you think Russell Wilson would be a good fit for the Browns or the Giants? Okay. Mike? No. Yeah. But then again, just the Bears. Yeah. Right. Yes. I would think so. Yeah. All right. Fine. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Rodgers should retire. Okay. Plain and simple. I mean, the, yeah, exactly. It's time for Rodgers to hang it up. It really is. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Oh, I had a rant I have to do. Sure. Yeah. I have a rant I have to do here. I'm sorry I have to do it, but because this came to me. All right, now there are a lot of people making predictions of who's going to be the NBA Finals. I mean, I think it's safe to say that the Thunder are a lock for the West, but some are really thinking that the Celtics are going to win the East. And but why is everybody thinking that Cleveland doesn't have a chance? I mean, Cleveland's got the best record in the NBA, but yet no one's giving them the credit, thinking that they can knock off Boston. I know they won the championship last year, much to my dismay, of course. But nobody is seen to be taking Cleveland. I mean, why not? I mean, I think Cleveland's as good a chances, and the other teams making it into the finals because they're just rolling over the competition East. I mean, they have a 10 game lead over they have a 10 game lead in the East, and yet nobody is really claiming them, a chance to win the East and go to the final. I mean, is it me or is there something wrong around here? Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Mhm. Yeah, but I just feel, I think they're getting like a bad rap here. I think the Cavaliers are getting a bad rap. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I think they're being underestimated, to be honest. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yes. By the way, I am viewing the Capitals Sharks game now and just underway, no score, but Ovi, is only 9 away. So yeah, yes, right. They are the team to beat. Mhm. Yeah. At this point, 9. But you know what? He did something unusual. I mean, he gave him a chance to score another goal so another one of his teammates could score instead. I mean, how do you yeah, what do you make about that? It's kinda weird. Yeah. So I gotta give okay, here's what happened here, guys. Here's what happened. Alright, he's getting closer. He's down 9 away. Ovechkin had, 3 assists and 4 against Anaheim. Pulled the goaltender. The future Hall of Famer gained possession of the puck near the Ducks' blue line, but instead of turning and heading towards the empty net, Obi quickly fed the puck to one of his teammates so he could add to his own total. Huh, that's very interesting. That's being a teammate. Now there's a debate whether how clear cut chance was to score a goal. Obi has back and Ducks players were closing in, but the second highest scoring league. So if anyone could capitalize it, was him. Ovi has 17 games to perhaps break the record. So far, he has 33 goals in 65 games this season, about a goal for every 2 games, which means they can go either way. This move can be proved to be the difference between whether he breaks the record before the season is over or perhaps early next season, which I thought was going to happen once the injury took place. That's what I was thinking. But, he has come on strong since he has returned. And it's so close to it right now that I think he can break it before even March is over. But with that kind of move, that was kind of weird. I know it's a good gesture though. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But when you're so close to history, man, I mean, right? He will. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I understand that. But when you're so close to breaking a record, I mean, you want to mess that up. It's okay. Steve, I got some news for you here concerning your Patriots. Center Dave Andrew. Andrews was released on Thursday after 10 seasons in New England country. He has been a star since he arrived with the Patriots, as I say them. The former Georgia standout won 2 Super Bowls with the Patriots, but only played 4 games last year when a shoulder injury wrecked his season. Owner Robert Kraft said in a statement confirming the move that Andrews was a shining example of what every NFL prospect needs to become. Kraft said his leadership and dedication is worth and work ethic the team earned him the respect and admiration of his teammates, who selected him as captain 8 times. The importance of being discreet, the importance of his leadership during his career cannot be overstated. David is a true professional, and his impact on the organization will be felt to years to come. He started in 120 regular season games and made 10 playoff games, but he missed the 2019 season with the pulmonary embolism. That's ugly. Ben Brown has started the last 10 games of the season and is still on the roster. So, Steve, how much does this concern you with Andrews out? Yeah, yeah, I see. Okay, yeah, hmm, okay, yeah, yes, no, I don't either. I don't either. That's a big myth. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. All right. Okay. So now we'll move on. By the way, JJ Spawn is leading the Players Championship right now in the golf, followed by Bud Carley, William Zarlos, Luis Glover, and Alex Smalley. Hey, five of the top seven are in the U.S. I like it. Of course, I know this is not an official major, but I count it as a major itself. So it looks pretty good for the U.S. squad here in the Invitational. But Tiger, no, he's out. Injuries have piled up, and I think it's safe to say that he's done with I think the PGA tour. He's even with the majors. I don't think he's going to play the Masters. So I think Tiger is done. Great career though, but he's seen his best days, and it's over. Yeah. Also shows the fact that I'm getting older too. Okay. Yeah. All right. Turning on to some other news now. Okay. The Raiders signed Raheem Morris to a 1-year deal worth 1.2 million, according to reports. The free agent is reunited with Raiders offensive coordinator Chip Kelly, who was head coach in San Francisco when Morissette played with the 49ers. And they could have used him this past year. Oh boy, was that awful. Kelly also was head coach of the Eagles when Morissette was on the practice squad in 2016. Seems like a long time ago. The Dolphins released Morissette last month, and we'll say the Dolphins nearly 3 million. Okay, if you want exact numbers, 2.9 million cap space. He joined the Dolphins in 2022. His best season was in 2023, rushing for 1,012 yards and 21 touchdowns, and made it to the Pro Bowl. Playing behind second-year running back Devon Nagy in 2024, Marset Monster split back up duties with rookie Jalen Wright, who rushed for 278 yards and 2 touchdowns, with one start in 13 games. Undrafted in 2015, he rushed for 3,791 yards with 34 touchdowns and 103 games with 39 starts for the 49ers and the Bears. Well, of course, no, that was going to go. With the Bears, forget it. But Raiders don't seem like they, look at this. Ovechkin, one player scored 200 goals with three different decades. Has scored 83.8% of the goalies that he's faced in his career. Wow. I'm reading Ovechkin's highlights here. So this is a good move for the Raiders with Morset. Anybody can answer you. Yeah, right. Geno Smith. Ugh, yeah, he couldn't do anything with the Jets though. But oh no, now he's fine. Dirty, no good. Geno Smith because he went on our side once, and now look at him. He was horrible with the Jets, but now look at him. Yeah, traitor. Yeah, yeah. Okay, guys. Now, yeah, right. Yeah. All right, guys. We gotta turn over to baseball now, and well, Tampa Bay, their future is really uncertain now for sure. Back on Thursday, owner Stuart Sternberg, excuse me, announced that the Rays would not move forward with their plans to build a 30,000 seat ballpark at Gas Plant Stadium in St. Petersburg. Okay, now we got a big problem here. Oh boy. After much deliberating the situation, we cannot move forward with a new ballpark and development project at this time, said in a statement. A series of catastrophic events, as you know, that took place caused the difficult decision to be made. As you remember, when Hurricane Milton came ashore and caused havoc in the Tampa Bay area, there was severe damage to the roof of Tropicana Field. Because of the damage, the Rays will be forced to play their games at the spring training home of the Yankees, otherwise known as George Steinbrenner Field. Guys, if we got a problem, if we got a problem here. I mean, this is a team we're talking about here. I don't even know if they're gonna. Okay, I mean, this year you got Yankees with the Yankees playing the spring training, but what about after that? Because if they're not going to move a focus, what do you do? I mean, we're talking about just team that may not have a home after this year, unless they decided to extend their stay over there at Tropicana Field. So, what did the Rays do? One at a time. Yes, I know. Yeah. Uh huh. What? Really? Kind of unusual. Kind of strange because I mean, he was looked out in a wheelchair on Thursday, and all of a sudden he's going to be back to playing. Well, I guess the injury wasn't as serious as we thought. But it looked pretty scary, though. Well, they don't lie. Yeah. No, of course not. Yeah. And coming as no surprise here, obviously, if it was broken, he would be playing in tonight's game. So I don't think it's broken. It was a sprain. But being in the wheelchair, I mean, I thought it was kind of like kind of devastating. So I didn't think he'd play at all. But this is kind of kind of remarkable. Kind of like Willis Reed coming out after he had the flu, so to speak. Michael Jordan, what? Me sick? Of course not. Mhm. Well, Mikey, I got some bad news for you about your Mets. Well, your second baseman Jeff McNeil is out for a while after suffering an oblique strain, and if you're thinking for opening day, forget about it. Not going to happen. Carlos Mendoza, the manager, said that McNeil could be out for as much as a month with this strain. A month, buddy. Oof. So anyway, now it's not severe. It's not severe. It's low grade. As it came, look, but it looks sore. So that's what caused that. He will not have any baseball activities from 7 to 10 days. Now make that about 5 to 8 days since this was reported on Thursday. Mendoza said there'll be a window of about 3 to 4 weeks before McNeil is symptom free. Is a reasonable exception. Mendoza did pencil in Brandon Nimmo after being absent for the last 13 games with knee discomfort. After MRI showed no structure damage, Neo received a gel injection. So looks a little bit shaky right now for your Mets concerning opening day now. Is it, Mike? You'll have to do that for now. Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course. Yeah, I'm sure. Exactly. Hey, at least you found Nimmo though. You were finding Nimmo. Oh yeah. So would I. I think I go for that too. Yeah. Do we have any Eagles fans in the house? Okay, I got some Eagle news. I got some Eagle news here. So Eagles signed free agent running back AJ Dillon, who missed all of last season with a neck injury. That coming from the NFL Network and the Associated Press, and I do take their words very seriously. The deal is for 1 year, but financial terms were not reported. Yeah, like they're gonna tell me right away anyway. Yeah, AJ Dillon. Yep, he's still here. He's still here. The signing of Dillon gives the Eagles a power rush behind running back and former Giants running back Saquon Barkley. Sorry, guys. I know. That just eats everybody up right here. Dillon rushed for 2,428 yards with 16 touchdowns. Yeah, in 60 games with 11 starts. with the Packers, who drafted him in the second round back in 2020. He also had 86 receptions out of the backfield for 763 yards and 2 scores. He sat out last season with a neck stinger. He also finished 2023 on the injured reserve list with the same injury that forced him to the final 2 games of the season. Oh boy. Dillon has received top clearances from top neck specialists in the country as reported by NFL Network. Well, at least he's going to the right people. But that's a bit of a concern. Another neck injury, and he could be in big trouble here. But going to the Eagles, I mean, that might give him more power, and that could be, running away with the NFC East again. So looks like the Eagles are only going to get stronger, and everybody else looking like in the dust. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's official that Aaron Rodgers was released from the Jets on Wednesday. What a shock! And Queeley with the Steelers and Giants reportedly a former chance to sign the aging quarterback. I think he should just stay right. I think he just stay retired. I mean, he should go retirement. Jets GM Darren Mogley and head coach Aaron Glenn met with Rodgers and with the GM labeled the meeting as of clarity and determined it was best to move on before owner Woody Johnson. That's the owner before Woody Johnson issued a public thank you from Rodgers. He's done, man. I mean, he's not. He doesn't have it no more. He's done. Let him retire. I mean, after the injury in the 2023 season, you knew he wasn't going to have much more in him. So I think it's time for him to, pack it in right now. Mhm. Yeah. No. No. Yes. Nothing. Okay. I got some WME news here, which you might find interesting. Well, sort of. Move over, King and Clark. You got company. There is another up and comer by the name of Juju Watkins. She scored 29 points in last Sunday's Big Ten tournament final, and has even outscored Caitlin Clark in scoring in her first 2 years. How about that? Watkins, who plays at USC, has 1,684 points compared to Clark, who only had 1,662 points in her first 2 years at Iowa. Watkins being ahead of Clark right now is not a surprise, though. However, she is she set the freshman scoring record with 920 points and played 65 games in her first 2 seasons, as Clark only played 62. Clark did not become a sensation until her junior year, where she scored 1,055 points, then 1,234 points in her senior year, which rocketed her to stardom and became the all-time Division One leading scorer, and also reached the finals. Clark's final 2 years at Iowa gave her. Iowa also reached finals in Clark's final 2 years, giving her additional opportunities to increase her point total. Mm. Still, Watkins is scoring at a very fast pace. Even Clark is impressed, signaling out Watkins after USC played Iowa last month, as Iowa retired Clark's number 22 jersey last month. Watkins says she does not give much thought about scoring records. If she keeps racking up points, then she won't have much of a choice, obviously. It was only a year ago that, Clark became the superstar, and the whole country was just, fascinated by it, including myself, as she broke Pete Maravich's record just a year ago. And there'll be a similar spotlight on Watkins if she gets close to Clark. So I think we're looking at the next big female basketball player here. I think she has potential, and I think she might be able to outdo Clark and might be the next sensation going into the WNBA within about another year or so. So I'm gonna keep a close eye on Watkins over here. She might be the next big star. Yeah, it's worth keeping an eye on, with her. Yeah, she's worth keeping an eye on. So I'll be keeping a close eye. Yeah, so I'll be looking close for this next season. She'll be a top pick. She'll be a top pick in the draft. Yes. And for the record, the WNBA draft. And for the record, the WNBA draft will be held next month in New York City. The Dallas Wings have the top overall pick, followed by the Seattle Storm. The Washington Mystics have selections 3 and 4, and the new expansion team Golden State Valkyries are the fifth spot. WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelberg will announce the draft picks live on draft night. For the second straight year, fans will be in attendance, this time in a shed at the Shed at Center for the Arts at the Hudson section of Manhattan. At the time, the passion and excitement surrounding me have never been higher. We continue to focus on creating the elevated events that WNBA fans won't want to miss, even me. And that's said by Engelbert. The tremendous fan engagement that we enjoyed at the draft last season was a precursor to a season that set records in viewership, attendance, and merchandise as well. Now, on the heels of an interesting free agent period and the draft serving as the official start of the season, we look forward to seeing a new set of rookies in this coming season. And one to keep an eye out for is Yukon guard Paige Buchers, or Beckers, as the case may be. I've been watching her very closely since she's been in Connecticut, and she is very good. Miles of Notre Dame is also expected to be one of the top two draft selections, provided they give up their final year of college eligibility. I think if you're that good, I think now you're in your third, fourth year. Yeah, I think now would be the time, maybe the end of the draft. Not like in your first 2 years when you still have to develop yourself. But I've watched Paige over the years. She's ready. She's ready. She's gonna, mm, I think she'll. I think maybe she'll go to Connecticut, the Connecticut Sun, and make a name for herself there. She's really good. I like Paige. I followed her college career. She's really good. That's the problem. Yes, absolutely. She is a world of talent. I like to see her get the first pick of the draft. Top three. Well, maybe yeah. I would say top three. I was gonna say like at least top five, but that's underestimating her. So I'm gonna say top. Yeah. Uh, all right. Back to football. The Broncos reached a 2-year deal with two-time Pro Bowler Evan Ingram, according to reports on Wednesday. The contract is for 23 million with 16 million guaranteed. Ingram was released by the Jaguars. Well, then again, with the Jaguars, after having a down season last season, that followed the 2023 season where he caught 114 passes for 960 yards and 4 touchdowns. Not bad. Ingram, though, was hammered by a hamstring and shoulder injuries last season, posting 47 receptions for 365 yards and 1 score. Ingram has 496 career receptions for 4,922 yards with 25 touchdowns, 108 games with 89 starts with the Giants and the Jaguars. So the 23rd overall by the Giants in 2017. Because maybe a team to look out for, guys. So I keep a close eye on this as well. I mean, they're coming up strong in the NFC West. What's that? Commanders are going nowhere. Uh, Yeah. All right. Let's see. Okay, you guys ready for the big shock of the week? Yeah, it's defensive end Joey Bosa reached an agreement with the Bills. Now, is that a shock or what? The 1 year deal is worth 12.6 million. Mhm. For fans hoping to see Bosa joining his brother Nick on the 49ers, no, not gonna happen. The Bills will see Bosa. The Bills will be Bosa's second team to play for after spending 9 seasons with the Chargers before being released. He had 72 sacks with the Chargers and ranked second in that category in franchise history. There was not much disclosure of the Bills landing being a landing spot for Bosa. One of the Bills' biggest rivals, the Dolphins, was considered option for Bosa, though the 49ers were seen as the front runner for Bosa. There was even reported that the deal will be closing with the 49ers. The acquisition of Bosa comes days after the Bills released eight-time Pro Bowler Von Miller last week. Okay. Last season, Bosa tackled 22 tackles, 5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles in 14 games. Jesus, Warrior. In 9 seasons with the Chargers, Bosa had 343 tackles, 252 solo of them, 72 sacks, 17 forced fumbles, and 4 fumble recoveries. I didn't see this coming, guys. I didn't think it was going to be, leaving their head Bills. So this kind of shocked me. Yeah, yeah, you could. Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I see it. Yeah, that he is. Yeah, especially like that. Yeah, but I didn't see that. I didn't see that coming at all. Yeah, yeah, Yeah. Still, nevertheless, kind of like a big shock. Frazier, right? Yeah. We got another milestone in the world of sports this week as Stephon Curry became the first player in NBA history to hit 4,000 3-pointers. That's right, the first to hit 4,000. The Kings defense was glued to Curry on Thursday, doing everything they could to hold him down, but to no avail. Curry hit 3,999 in the first quarter on a wide open looking transition assist from Jonathan Kaminga. Number 4,000 had to wait till the second half as the Kings executed their plan to limit Curry with over the top ball defense as two defenders rushed to contest. It was time though straight through the net. He is 2,974 uh, three to surpass Ray Allen as the all-time three-point leader in 2021. Since then, every mark he makes is a new standard. The only other player able to make 3,000 is Lakers guard James Harden, who has 3,127 shots made. So I don't think he's gonna, get even close to that record. Curry is averaging 24.5 points per game from 39.8% from three-point range. The Warriors have been on a roll since they acquired Jimmy Butler at the trade deadline. The Warriors have been are 13-win games where Butler's played in and are sixth in the West at 37 and 28. So they're really making some moves here right now in the West. And could easy up. So they're out of the playing spot and they're looking sharp here. I wish I could say the same for some other teams like like the Mavericks. So congratulations on that. 4,000 points. Not even Michael Jordan did that, or even Dennis Rodman. Yeah, sure. And Washington's up 3-0 over San Jose right now. Yeah, yeah. Awesome. Mhm. And SGA as well. Yeah, and SGA the Thunder. He's doing good. They're doing well too. They scored their 54th win of the season, and SGA has 20 points in 60 straight games. That's another milestone, and it's only the seventh player in NBA history to do that. The other six, pretty good company. KD, Kobe, Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, all did that in that scoring 20 points in at least 60 games. The last time, hurry, good. Okay, right. Yeah, yeah. Obviously, yes. Yeah, yes, I know. So Cooper's done. Yes. Yeah. I gotta move on, guys. I gotta move on. I have a lot of time here. Okay, I gotta move on because we don't have a lot of time here. So, other notes here. Red Sox right-hander Lucas Gelato will begin the season on the 15-day injured list with a strained left hamstring. Sorry, Steve. Manager Alex Cora said that on Thursday. Gelato had an MRI Wednesday after departing a spring training outing on Tuesday against the Phillies after only one inning. He signed a 2-year, $38 million deal in January of 2024, but missed all of last season with an elbow injury. How do you like that? Ugh, that's awful. No, not at all. Mm. And oh yeah, I remember Paxton. All right. Yes. Right. Yeah. Yes. Right. Also, right-hander Philip Martin signed a one-year deal with the Cardinals on Thursday. He finished last season with the Mets, following the trade deadline. The Rays did not allow him run 25 or 31 appearances with the Mets. Overall, Martin was 3-3 last year with a 3.66 ERA. With the Mets and Rays last season, made six playoff appearances. He has a 4.16 ERA and is 19-15 in his previous 8 seasons with the Padres, Guardians, Rays, and Mets. I can't get used to saying Guardians. Yeah, I still can't get used to saying Guardians. I still think it was the Indians. Yeah, I mean they were right. And the Cubs and right-hander Lance Lynn are in discussion on a one-year deal, according to USA Today. Though I don't really trust him as a sports outlet much. Lynn has spent much of his career with the Cardinals, but also pitched for other teams such as the Twins, Yankees, Rangers, and White Sox. Oh boy. Last season with the Cardinals, he started 23 games with a 7.4 record and a 3.84 ERA, throwing 117 victories and striking out 109. By the way, has anybody any thoughts on this week's opener coming up with the Cubs and Dodgers as the official, unofficial start of the baseball season begins? Anybody? Because it starts this week. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's 2 games, but you get the picture. You know, yes, right. It is. Nothing else has changed. So yeah. Yes. Yeah. By the way, for you early birds out there, opening game is 6:10 a.m. on Tuesday, and Fox will have it. Boy. Set your alarm early if you can. You'd be surprised how many people watch the game, you'd be surprised. So we'll discuss that next week as well. Also, we'll discuss the first round of the NCAA tournament as well, and maybe some of the. Let me see. Mm, I might even discuss the opening week of that other football league we call UFL, because the first game I believe is going to be on the 28th. So I want to, or the 27th. So I want to get that in before the first game happens. So I'll talk about, and also be my pre-birthday show as well, since my birthday is on the Wednesday of that next week. Yuck. I am not going to mention how old I am not going to mention how old I am, everybody. So forget it. I'm not going there. You think I'm least? Well, you already know because you know me. So that's the point, though. All right. So we'll have all that, and we'll discuss the baseball's first week of the season as well. Been an interesting show this week. Thank you for coming in, Steve. It's nice to have you back, and I hope you make more visits. Yeah. Right, of course. Yeah, spread the word. Spread the word, guys. We're going strong. It's over 7 years now. We're still here. So tell your friends and everybody else to join us every Saturday, 4 or 6 p.m. Provide my computer is working. Hey, at least I survived the zombie apocalypse from Thursday, so I'm still here. And I'll be ready to go. So on that note, I wish you a good night and have a good week. And check out Rasaw if you can. So bye for now. Yeah. Maybe. Oh, maybe one more. Well, Steve Kent came back. Steve